Hello everyone, I'm Antonio and I'm currently speaking from Ticino, South Switzerland. It's a pity to don't meet you in person on the Mountaineering Day 2021, but for obvious reason I'm recording this video from home, Ticino. Indeed, South Switzerland. Ticino is the Italian-speaking part of Switzerland. You may have heard of it for the Gotthard tunnel. You drove through it on the highway going down south to Italy. What you may don't know about Ticino is that after the famous regions of Switzerland like Bern, Graubünden valleys, Ticino is one of the regions with more mountains in the country. And during this presentation I will tell you a little bit more about this territory, about Ticino's outdoors, and I will tell you about some Alpine trekking tour that go hut to hut through the canton of Ticino. Let's stick to territory and nature. The mountains around the Swiss-Italian border are very low. They can be considered hills and are very good for soft excursion and soft trekkings, just one day long and no more than one day. But this area is also very good for another thing, which is red wine. In fact, this region is where most of our delicious red wine, usually Merlot, is produced. But beside that, it's even home of the most southern Alpine route of Switzerland, an Alpine route trail, because it's very short but steep, that leads up on Monte Generoso, which is a very beautiful place with 360 degrees view on the Lake District, Lake Maggiore, Lake Lugano, and on the Swiss Alps. You can see Monte Rosa, Matterhorn, and the Bernese Alps as well. But let's find out more about the Monte Generoso in the next video.
Io produco formaggini dal 74, da quando mi sono sposata e sono venuta qui in vetta, e invece la famiglia la produce da generazioni. Sono persone che vengono veramente per prendere i formaggini, magari non si fermano a mangiarli, però proprio per prenderli, oppure chiedono dove possano recuperarli giù al piano, no? Il Monte Generoso di affascinante può avere che comunque ha una vista a 360 gradi. È bello, ecco.
So I'm now outside, end of February, 15 degrees, feels very awkward because it seems to be in April, but this is it, unfortunately. Let's go on. And on my right hand side, in the background, you can see Monte Generoso, the mountain of the video you just saw. And behind me, down there, I hope you see it, it's Lake Lugano. Lake Lugano, it's a very nice lake, surrounded by mountains, and it touches even the biggest city of Ticino, which is Lugano indeed. We call it city, but it's not a very big one. It's a small city surrounded by mountains, and it makes it the perfect hub for a combination of nature, lake, and city. The mountains that surround the city, they are not so high. They go from 800 meters to 2,000, and they are home of the Lugano trekking tour, a hut-to-hut tour of about 3-4 days. Not so physical demanding, so intermediate level, because the mountains are not so steep and not so high. This tour It's also very suitable for mountain biking. Lugano Bike, it's called, the trail. And you can find out more about it in the next video. Now, if you pass by Lugano and drive north, you will find yourself in the middle of the canton of Ticino. The setting becomes more alpine. The not so high, smooth mountains start to become very high, rocky peaks. And even though Ticino is not home of the highest mountain in Switzerland, we still have many peaks above 3,000 meters. The highest peak, indeed, in Ticino is 3,400 meters above sea level. And since I cannot go there right now with my camera and show it to you directly, now this video will explain you very well how the biodiversity and environment is in the north of Ticino.
Io sono nato da Irolo e sono affezionato a Piora. E mi ha sempre affascinato il fatto che è così ricca di acqua, soprattutto ci sono 21 laghi, 58 corsi d'acqua. Il richiamo dai ricercatori in Piora sono soprattutto le acque del lago di Cadagno, perché ha un fenomeno unico sull'arco alpino, che è una stratificazione permanente di 3 strati, un'acqua leggera, uno strato rosso di batteri e i fondali con un'acqua più pesante, mineralizzata. La diversità è molto ricca, per esempio se parliamo di piante vascolari, di fiori così, abbiamo più di 500 specie. E anche a livello di animali abbiamo veramente una ricchezza. Se parliamo di mammiferi, abbiamo 27 specie di mammiferi in questa zona, che corrisponde al 60% di tutti i mammiferi che ci sono in Ticino. Il fatto che è un'Alpe in estensione, che si parte da un'altitudine di 1900 metri e si va fino a 2300 metri, comporta anche che le mucche salendo trovano sempre erba nuova e fresca, e questo comporta anche una qualità del latte con certi aromi molto buona, che dà poi un formaggio anche molto buono.
After I've shown you how Ticino looks like a little bit in general, I will introduce you briefly to a specific route, which is not for everyone, because it's a mix of a trekking tour and alpine route, so the difficulty is between T3 and T6, which is very difficult for the trail sector. And it's called Via Idra because it follows the Ticino River from the source, close to the Newfoundland Pass, to the river mouth in the Lake Maggiore, but instead of following the river at the bottom of the valley, it follows the river up on the mountain ridges. Now you can see the profile of the Via Idra. As you can see, it's pretty long. It's 100 kilometers and it's calculated for 12 days. so you will sleep in 12 different mountain huts. As you can see on the profile, it stays for the first 10 days always above 2,000 meters, and just on day 11 and 12 you will go from 2,000 meters to the lowest point of Switzerland, which is Lago Maggiore. Now you can see a few pictures of the tour. This is one of the many alpine lakes you will find on your way. And this specific couloir is one of the trickiest points of the whole tour. It doesn't look so, but in real life this couloir is much longer and bigger than as it looks like in this picture, obviously. But even after this couloir, you will walk for a long time on mountain ridges, and this is why this tour is definitely not for people who is afraid of heights, as you can see from this picture and these ridges. And a very good thing is that this tour ends right on Lago Maggiore. Like you can see in this final picture, Lago Maggiore, Ascona and Locarno are a perfect place to refresh yourself and relax after 12 days above 2,000 meters. So I hope you like the idea of the Via Hydra, but remember it's an alpine tour, so if you are considering to walk it, consider to do it between late June and late September. And you will find much more information on the hikes in the Swiss-Italian canton of Ticino on ticino.ch/hike. And I hope you like my presentation, and I personally hope to see you at the Mountaineering Day 2022. Ciao ciao!